Glasses are off for this one. Sixers season is over. They lose 118-115 at home to the Knicks in Game 6. In a game that was less a thrill ride, let's just say it. Not with a happy ending for me and other Sixers fans, but an incredible game. They went down in a giant hole to start the first. They were down 33-11 at one point. Embiid had the first 7 points for the Sixers. DiVincenzo was making everything. Brunson was in control the whole game. He finished with 41 and 12. The amount of possessions that man impacts throughout the whole game is mind-numbing. It is mind-blowing, rather. It was incredible all series long. They started to rally late in the first. Embiid came out for just a bit. Nick Batum came in, hit some huge shots. Campaign had one big three. And then the story of the game, and it carried right over into the second quarter. That's when it really happened. Buddy Hield came in after barely playing. He didn't play at all for, I think, the last 3 games. Barely played early in the series. But this is a guy who's highly regarded as one of the best three-point shooters in NBA history. And he had 20 points tonight. He saved the Sixers in this game, made it a competitive game with his red hot. I think he had 15 points in the second quarter. And when Embiid came back in, he was also playing great. He cooked Isaiah Hartenstein tonight. He was incredible. He was measured too, that he knew when to not take shots. He passed it off. I thought he was really good at handling double teams. Thought he was really good at spreading the ball around tonight. And that sidestep corner 3 Hield hit right before halftime to give the Sixers the lead going in the half, 54-49 was crazy. Start of the third quarter, I thought they came out motivated. I thought Embiid played really well. He was hitting his free throws. But I'd also argue the third quarter is kind of where they started to lose the game. They still could have. The end of the game is still the most important part, but in that third quarter, OG Anunoby and Brunson were hitting everything they wanted. Maxey he finally got going. I'm going to talk about him because he had a bad game. He had a big shot, but then he followed it up with 2 big misses that if he hit them would have really given the Sixers a huge cushion, probably something like a 75-61 lead. Could have helped extend their 10-point lead. And then I understand Hield hasn't been a regular part of the rotation, but I think Nurse should have put Hield in the third to see if he still had it coming out of the first half. And when he put him in the fourth quarter, you kind of saw that he still had it. He made a 3. He saved that loose ball. Thought he played for his reputation as a defender. I thought he played pretty well against Brunson for a few minutes there. So Hield still had it, and he pretty much closed this game. So I just wish he played a little more in the third quarter because he could have hit some big shots that Tobias Harris or even Maxey tonight weren't able to do. Maxey, he's coming off, he saved the season until tonight when it ended, but he saved the season for one more game last game. But tonight I just thought, I don't know if it was nerves, I don't know if he just had an off night, but he looked frantic. He rushed a lot of shots, especially early in the game. He did have a couple nice drives in the second half, but he just felt really off kilter. Finished 6 for 18. It just felt like his feet were in front of the rest of his body the whole game long, and it just wasn't what they needed from him. And then Tobias Harris, who also, I was stunned at how well he played the past 2 games, but similar to last year when he, in a game 6, 41 minutes, 2 points, nothing for him tonight in 29 minutes. He only shot the ball 2 times. Now, Nick Batum kind of filled his offensive void, so it's not a... But still, you cannot play 29 minutes as a starter on the team and finish with 0 points. It's unacceptable, and it's a fitting way for his Philadelphia career to pretty much come to an end. I think we're all expecting he will not be back. And then the fourth quarter, I think both teams played hard. It was close. Then the Knicks had their big run. I mean, OG slammed it all on Embiid. It was 109-101. But then Oubre had his big dunk. He also hit a 3. Maxey had a basket. Embiid hit 2 free throws. And then it was a close game again. And then the Sixers, they had a terrible defensive possession. Josh Hart hit a 3. Knicks are up 3. Sixers get a basket, but then the Knicks know they can just... The Sixers had to intentionally foul. Knicks get 2 more points, and then the Knicks knew. Sixers were out of timeout. They played smart. They just fouled them. It was late game strategy, and it was a close game, and they lost. The Sixers lost, and it sucks. And it sucks that it happened again. But I'm proud of how they played. I really am. Last year on this account, I was furious. I hated Doc Rivers. I hated James Harden. I hated Tobias Harris. I didn't hate Embiid, but I was like, he played horribly. He quit. Nobody quit. Besides, I don't think anyone quit. Even Tobias, I don't think quit. I just think he played really bad, and he's going to leave. But they were a 7 seed. I think they should have won Game 2. I'll give you Game 4. They were horrible in the final 5 minutes, and that really changed this series, because if you win Game 4, Everything's different tonight. I'll give you that one. Game 4, you can pick Nets for Game 4, but across this series, they lost the series as a total. They were outscored by 1 point in this series. People want to talk about the hustle. The Knicks are just, this is how they play. They are the best rebounding team in basketball. The Sixers have never been a rebounding team. All they had to do was play hard. The Sixers, they out-rebounded the Knicks in 2 games in this series, and then tonight, they lost the rebounding battle by 2. They grabbed 16 offensive rebounds. I don't know how you can't say this team played hard. I don't know how you can't say people stepped up on this team. It sucks that they lost. It really does. But I'll be honest. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic this is just the start of a really cool era with Tyrese Maxey and Nick Nurse and whatever they get to do with their $60 million they're going to spend this offseason. I wish they won this series, but it's not all lost. Brighter days are ahead. And that's my take. That's my honest take.